Hello and welcome to the Cinesnobs. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host Ryan Brown, followed by Blake Roman, who is the voice of Angel Dust from Hazbin Hotel. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. It's Saturday at a con, and it's been busy as hell. And I know so a lot of joy, a lot of love. So I feel my heart's full.
That's amazing. So we're just gonna ask a couple quick questions before you obviously enjoy the rest of your convention. So obviously I asked this of Amir as well. Do you have any teases or any hints of us for the next upcoming seasons for Hazbin Hotel?
I'm sure I'm going to say the same thing that he said, which is that I can't really give any specifics. But really, like, all I can say is buckle up. It's going to be crazy. It's also like season 2. The show's never been better. It's always been fucking amazing. It has been on the whole. It's only going to get better. It's only getting better and better and better. So, yeah, it's yet to come.
Love to hear. So obviously, again, as Angel Dust, there was a lot of trauma with that character. I know obviously for some people it might be really hard. So how was it kind of just stepping into that role of just like trying to break free and then finally obviously at the end of season 1, breaking free a little bit more?
Sure. I mean, the wonderful thing is, we have a creative team that in the writing, they're so sensitive about the material that is covered in Angel Dust's arc. And the voiceover director, Richard Horowitz, Vivian, like all of them are so, Sam Haft, Andrew Underberg, like they're so understanding of what it takes to lay this subject material down, and they're sensitive to us to be able to like take care of us and take our time, and I felt very taken care of by the material, very taken care of by the team. So that's something that made playing this character like a hell of a lot easier than I think it would have been otherwise. I think in the over the course of actually recording all of Angel Dust's lines for season 1, it was interesting, right? Because I didn't actually know the whole arc of the season when we started. I only knew episode by episode by episode. We really only got the scripts for our individual recording sessions, which may have been for like 2 or 3 episodes at a time. Maybe about 2 days before we went in to record them. So I only knew what was happening in episode 1 and 2. When I recorded episode 1 and 2, I had no idea what was happening the rest of the season. So that gradual unfolding of Angel Dust's arc and storyline was as new to me as it is to you guys, watching the show for the first time. And I kind of loved that because in a way it was nice to be kept in the dark. But more often than not, especially when you're working on theater stuff, you know where it's all going before you dive headfirst into it. So it was an interesting difference in that regard.
Also with Amir, it was just he told us that the singing was really hard for you guys. So was it the exact same way for you with Poison and all the other songs?
No. I've been singing my whole life. I went to school for musical theater, and it's really the first type of performance that I ever did. So all in any of the singing that I do as Angel Dust is just fun for me. I have a really good time with it. So it's not necessarily hard for me. And even to say again, to give them props, Sam, Andrew Underberg, the way that they handle the room when we're recording stuff, the way that they, the music that they make, it's fun to attack it and lay it down, and I love it. I love singing this material.
I mean, I blast all these songs in the car when I'm driving all the way over here. So, again, as obviously Angel Dust was already a very established character with the pilot and everything. How was it kind of just trying to follow that giant fan base and having that weight on your back?
It never felt like any weight. It really did. You guys are so wonderful. Literally, you guys are so fucking wonderful because it never felt like a weight. It always felt like we were being lifted up, and it still feels like that. There was tentativeness before we started recording when I figured out, because I didn't realize that that we were replacing the pilot cast. I didn't know that when I was auditioning, and so it was something I found out about after the fact, and then thought like, oh, okay, like, oh, is there going to be comparisons? Like, are people going to, be tied to what they've known? And ultimately, I decided that it was none of my fucking business. My job was to do the job and not really get lost in a head game or imposter syndrome, because there's no way that would ever serve the character. There's no way that would ever serve the larger piece. So stay in my lane, focus on what I'm focusing on, and when I allowed myself to do that, that then even, again, it was just, there was nothing on my back. There was no weight. It was just fun. Yeah.
And then that's amazing. And then one final question is, what was your favorite scene out of anything, even now, or maybe if you can squeeze us a little tease of next season? Okay. What was your favorite scene just to film in general?
Yeah, Loser Baby. Loser Baby, I mean, the moment I knew Keith David was in this show, I lost my freaking mind. Like, I lost it. I played Halo. I watched, Rick and Morty. I watched I did watch Hazbin Hotel.
Princess and the Frog.
Princess of the Frog. Adventure Time. I played Mass Effect, all of those which Keith David plays roles in. And it's just, Community, too. He's a legend. And when I saw him on the list, the cast list of like, I think like episode 4 or something is when they like dropped the actual cast list for us to see. I lost my shit. Like he's huge to me, and the fact that I get to sit next to him at panels now and sign next to him, and just chat him up is amazing. It's really amazing. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking some time away from your con.
Thank you for asking me.